You're listening to Healing After Heartbreak, the podcast where women rise into clarity, confidence, and emotional safety after life shakes them awake. Hosted by Mary Majors, a master certified confidence and clarity coach who blends psychology, nervous system wisdom, and faith, this show guides you back to the woman you were always meant to be. If you're ready for grounded truth, gentle strength, and healing that actually lasts, you're in the right place.
Hello, all. I am so glad you're here today. If you've been following along, you know we're in the middle of a whole mini-series answering the most asked questions people have when they're trying to heal. These are the questions you Google in the middle of the night, the questions you whisper to your best friend, the questions you pretend you're not thinking about, but absolutely are, and we're walking through them together. Gently, honestly, and with a little humor, because healing is heavy enough. And today, we're stepping into one of the biggest, stickiest, most universal questions women ask after heartbreak. Should I reach out? If you feel that ache rising in your chest, know that you are not alone. This question carries so much hope, longing, fear. Before we go any further, let's pause together. Breathe in gently. Let it out slowly. You are safe in this space. When you wonder, should I reach out? It's rarely about the words you might send. It's about the ache beneath the question. It's the longing for something to finally make sense, for the pain to soften, for clarity where there was only confusion. I want to honor that longing. The desire for closure is not a weakness. It is deeply human, a sacred part of you seeking to finish a story that was left unfinished. So, let's start with the first big question. Do I need closure or am I avoiding the truth? Most of the time, when we say we want closure, what we really want is relief. Relief from uncertainty, relief from the ache of not knowing, relief from the feeling that something is unfinished. But closure doesn't come from the person who hurt you. Closure comes from the moment you stop negotiating with the past. And I know that's not as satisfying as a perfectly wrapped explanation, but it's the truth that actually sets you free. Now, let's talk about the question that keeps you hovering over the message box. Should I reach out one more time? I'm going to say this gently because I know how sensitive this part is. The person who couldn't give you clarity then is almost never the person who can give you clarity now. Reaching out doesn't usually resolve the wound, it reopens it. And I'm not saying that to shame you. I'm saying it because I've sat with so many women who thought maybe this time will be different, only to walk away feeling even more confused, even more hurt, even more unanchored. When the urge to reach out rises, it is often not about wanting them, but about longing for a softer story. You ache for an ending that leaves you feeling chosen, seen, and understood. You hope for words that would finally bring peace. But if they had been able to offer that, you would not be standing in this place holding this question in your hands. Another question that comes up is, why do I still want answers from someone who couldn't give me honesty? You are not truly craving their honesty. You are longing for your own closure. You are yearning for coherence, for a story that lets you walk away without shame or confusion. This desire is tender, deeply human, and it is worthy of compassion, never judgment. But then comes the fear. What if I never get the closure I want? This is the sacred turning point. Closure is not something another can place in your hands. It is something you gently claim for yourself. It is the quiet moment when you whisper, I do not need your explanation to move forward. I do not need your story to trust my own. Closure is not a conversation, it is a reclamation of your spirit. And finally, the question that loops the loudest, How do I stop replaying the last conversation? Rumination is your mind's way of trying to mend what feels unfinished, to rewrite the ending so it might hurt less. But the cycle does not break by thinking your way through. It softens when you speak the truth your body already carries. This person could not give me what I needed. I do not have to return to the place of my wounding to find my healing. So, if you're in that place, hovering over the message, rehearsing what you'd say, wondering if reaching out will finally give you peace, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not alone. This is one of the most human parts of healing, and you don't have to navigate it by yourself. If you want to talk through where you're stuck, come share it in the Facebook group or send me a DM on Instagram. Tell me what you're wrestling with. Tell me what you're afraid of. Tell me what you're hoping for. I'd be honored to hold that with you. You are worthy of closure that is not bound to another's capacity. You are worthy of peace that is not tethered to someone else's truth. You are worthy of healing that does not ask you to revisit old wounds. You are worthy to move forward with clarity, dignity, and the deep trust of your own spirit. You're doing beautifully. I'll catch you next time.
Thank you for listening to Healing After Heartbreak. If this episode spoke to your heart, honor that moment. Awareness is where healing begins. If this podcast has been supporting you, the simplest way to help it grow is to follow the show, leave a review, or share this episode with a woman who might need a little hope today. You can explore more of Mary's work at marymajors.com. And if you're longing for a place where you don't have to heal alone, she warmly welcomes you into her Facebook community, a soft, shame-free space where women walk this journey together. The link to join is in the show notes. If you'd like to connect with Mary personally or share what resonated with you today, her Instagram DMs are always open for conversation, questions, and gentle support. Until next time, remember, healing takes time, and you are becoming someone you can trust.